I wanted to talk about push-ups real quick. That is a very common exercise that you are going to see in my workouts. So I wanted to touch on form as well as some modifications for you. In a traditional push-up, you want to kind of envision your body in an arrow. So your upper body and then your arms, you want about shoulder width apart, and you want to have your elbows flexed out just a little bit. So you don't want to be super wide like a T. You're envisioning your body from above. Narrow is okay, but they're a lot more difficult. So you want to just kind of make sure that your elbows are flared enough to where you're kind of looking like an arrow from above. So you want to get up into a nice solid plank position. So elbows, wrists, shoulders, everything stacked one above another. You want your lower body nice and engaged too. You don't want all this moving around, so everything nice and tight and engaged. You want to go down, nice full range of motion, and back up into that nice stacked position. If that's too difficult for you, the baseline modification for that is a knee push-up. Knee push-ups are not necessarily my favorite, but it's a good place to start if you are not sure of your abilities just yet. So with a knee push-up, it's the same concept as far as your upper body goes, but you're gonna be down on your knees. All of this nice and engaged and tight like a plank position, and you're gonna go down, full range of motion, and back up. So if you are doing knee push-ups and they are way too easy for you and you are just racking them out, but you're not to the point where you can do a traditional push-up with a full range of motion, then there's a couple other modifications. So you can use a step, a footstool, anything like that that is elevated from the ground. So the lower to the ground it is, the more it's going to mimic a traditional push-up. The higher up the step is, the more assistance it's going to give you. I really do prefer this modification over a knee push-up because I feel like it mimics the plank position that your body needs to be in for a traditional push-up. So we're just going to nice engage lower body in that plank position, and we're going to go down and back up. So this one is going to be harder. The higher up you go, the easier it's going to get. Okay? You go all the way up here. And you can even use the edge of the wall for this one. Some people do like to use parallettes for their push-ups. You can use dumbbells or anything with a handle like this. It puts a little less pressure on your wrists. So all the same concept. You're just grabbing the handle and you're doing your standard full range of motion push-up. So those are the modifications I like for ground push-ups. If you have access to a pull-up bar or a bar of some sort, there is another modification that I really love that I'm going to show you. But this is obviously only available if you have access to a bar. So this modification is really great, and I love it so much if you have access to a bar. And then you're going to need some bands. So just like with any resistance band, the smaller the band is, the less help it's going to give you. The thicker the band, the more assistance it's going to give you. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the band and you're going to loop it around the bar. Pull it down so it's nice and tight. And then you're going to put your body through the opening. So you're going to go through the opening and the band is going to sit just right about chest level. Ladies, we want it under the tatas. Men, kind of put it under your pecs. So you're going to get down into the push-up position. You want to make sure that the band is directly above you. So we don't want to be all the way out here. We don't want to be all the way back here. You want the band directly above you. Same form that you would do for a traditional push-up. You're going to go down and back up. And what the band is doing is it's offering that assistance to help get you back up out of the lower part of the push-up. So I actually love this modification. It's probably my favorite out of all of the modifications for push-ups. Make sure you're using the appropriate size band. So if you are using a super heavy band and you're just bouncing around and it's not offering any kind of muscle resistance, lower the band. So this modification also works on these lower bars. I know a lot of fitness parks and outdoor workout parks have these bars and people are kind of unsure what to do with them. So you can use bands to modify your push-ups on these as well. So the band is actually just going to drape over the bar for this one. Because it's double looped now, it's gonna offer a lot more resistance than if it were looped through here. So you're gonna double loop it, same concept, your body's going into the band, you wanna be directly under the band, and then you wanna just go ahead and carry on through with your push-up. So if you are using this banded modification, same concept as the knee push-ups, and you feel like you are just blasting through them and you can do such a high volume of push-ups, you probably have outgrown this step in your push-up journey. So I would definitely recommend moving on to the box push-ups and working on the lowest box possible until you can get to ground level with that full range of motion.